All right, y'all. I want to do a quick rundown of everything that's going on in the internet right now as far as the Nolan Wells case. You got some people saying that Jax was really Nolan Wells' friend and he's forced to keep his mouth closed. Then you got some people out saying that, look, these are messages from people in Ocean Springs that's giving a rundown on everything. Before we get into that, y'all make sure y'all hype this video. Y'all make sure y'all subscribing and liking the video to get this out there in the algorithm. Because we cannot wait on any news networks to get this out, y'all. We gotta do this on our own. I just seen something that's saying Nolan Wells' mom is receiving letters from the DA saying that she have to turn over Nolan Wells' phone within 48 hours. This is getting crazy, y'all. I know in this war, it sounds like they up and then sometimes we up. Then it just seems like they gonna get away with everything. But I'm telling y'all, we gonna win this war. Trust me. Let's get it, y'all.
The reason why Jax looks like he can't no longer take this is because Jax actually had a relationship with Nolan Wells. And Jax seen what happened firsthand. And he's being forced to keep his mouth shut to protect his younger brother, allegedly. I can guarantee you, and I can bet you any amount of money, Jax tried to stop him. And he couldn't because he is not as strong or as big as these other boys. Jax is also the weakest link, and Warren knows that. Jack has to keep quiet because of all the connections that Warren and his mother have. You gotta shut up. You gotta be quiet because his future's at jeopardy. His family might not be as wealthy, not saying that they broke, not saying, but when I mean by wealthy, I mean wealthy and connected as Warren's mama is because she's a judge. Ain't no telling what type of dirt that Warren and them people got on his people. See how you gotta start looking at things? He looks terrified. He looks like he was threatened. He looked like he was told what to say. And that's why Warren is watching him so closely. I want to make sure you're saying everything that I told you to say before we got up here. Don't say nothing else. Well rehearsed.
So shout out to Bree. Someone sent just Bree this message. There's some Ocean Springs stuff that we outsiders don't have a clue about. So it says, there's a video of Carter getting ready to climb into someone's boat. But Warren grabs him and takes him off the boat and they go to Wyatt's boat. As everyone walks back to Wyatt's and Bart's boat, Nolan is speaking to Katie McCormick at the shoreline. Wyatt is screaming for Nolan to get on the boat. Nolan leaves Katie at the shoreline and gets on the boat. While on the boat, a huge confrontation occurs between Warren and Nolan as a witness states. Nolan is heard screaming at Warren to give him back his phone. So Nolan doesn't get off the boat to speak to Katie again. He remains on the boat. So the last people to see Nolan was Warren because he was having a huge confrontation with him. All the other people on Wyatt's boat, including Wyatt, was the last people to see and be with Nolan. I wonder if any of the boys recorded the MMA fights. Did Nolan record Carter's fight in which he got his ass kicked? And he might have been pissed about Nolan recording the fight. May explain why Warren took Nolan's phone from him and didn't want to give it back. Didn't Nolan's mom say Nolan's Snap account was tampered with and also pics were deleted on his phone? I'm wondering, were they pics of Carter's MMA beatdown? I'm just wondering.
This was just sent to me in my inbox, and then I was quite shocked. I was like, holy crap. So then that's whose page it's on, but she said that she's not the original poster. And then when you click in the comments, she says that she's trying to find the original poster. Holy camole. What do you guys think about that?
So with that said I'm trying to locate the page I found this on, but whoever she is, she was spot on. And this is a picture. It looked like everybody was on there. We're just reporting on what's going on the internet, y'all. J Megan, Nerdy Pink Panda has a new TikTok account, y'all. So go ahead and follow it. Check it out.
Well, if you guys want to see my latest video, you gotta go to my other page. Yep.
Nerdy Pink Panda 00.
That's right, I've gotten my 4th one. Normally I just re-record it, but it was like a 9-minute video, y'all. I don't have the bandwidth today. It's pretty much the same. It's just Nerdy Pink Panda 00. I tag myself in the comment section, so make sure y'all like and interact that. Kind of accidentally walk myself into a theory. Is gonna be my last video for a couple of days to give myself a chance to recharge. You know, unless something absolutely insane comes out. And alright, after this I'm probably gonna take a couple days off because my brain needs a rest after the last couple of days. Now we know for sure that there was storage in the bow of the boat. Alright, so now at this point, I am pretty sure that the Triton was there all day. They didn't switch out the boats. And I'm also pretty certain at this point that this is a real video, because there's one single frame where you can see Bart's boat and you can also see the toes of somebody like dangling them off the water. So if the picture or video were AI, it would be a really bizarre thing for it to just kind of throw in. But there's zero question in my mind that this video has been altered. So then the question becomes, why would they alter this video? And the only thing that logically makes sense to me is to alter the identity of the two girls. Because if Carter is the boy in red, Wyatt is the boy in the American shorts, Bart's brother Brooke being the one in the navy blue shorts, and then Ike being the one in the teal shorts. Then we've got Warren up here with somebody in this red striped swimsuit and the girl in the teal swimsuit with the backwards hat. So in this picture, this would be Brooks, this would be Ike, this would be Wyatt, this would be Warren, which would leave this to be Carter. Now, whoever this is seems to be very cuddly with Carter. Like, too cuddly, in my opinion, for it to be like a mother or a family member. Thinking about it a lot from the timeline that we have been told, and what we haven't really been factoring in again is the party. Because remember, Warren said he went to the party, but instead of talking with all of his friends, he went upstairs to go talk with his girlfriend's dad. Now, those families are tight, so if that dad of Ava, if that conversation with the dad didn't happen, then they would automatically know that they were lying. So I've been saying for a while that the girl was somehow involved. And mind you, everybody's back on land now. They're getting ready to do the fireworks, and everybody's swimming and drinking still, blah, blah, blah. So what's the excuse for no pictures at that party? They've explained it all away during the day, but at this point, they're all just being teenagers and having fun again, right? So I'm thinking that the brunette girl is Ava, the girl whose house they went to. And she's pretty close with Warren and the Pyrone family.
And they're full speed running. And then after that, I didn't see them anymore. I think you were on the boat. You start from there?
Yeah, so after we planed off, Wyatt kept the boat pinned the whole way in. We ran into the mouth of Fort Bayou, where we came from originally. And we turned into Fort Bayou, went in the channel, ran probably 500, 600 yards into Fort Bayou. Wyatt had jumped out of the boat, put the plug back in the boat, so access water. So water didn't keep pushing and filling back the boat.
According to their own words, they went into the mouth and then they turned and they went about 500-600 feet. Now, mind you, the party house is right around, but they go past it and then loop back around. However, Warren just admitted that at some point they had to stop and Wyatt jumped in. And even then, you heard him stuttering over the story. Like, it wasn't a smooth transition because I think they dropped her off. Which would explain why they would go back to this party, because obviously they can't cancel the party. That looks really suspicious. Then my theory has always been that the guys all like broke off and like talked to the parents about what was going on, and that's when they formulated their whole we'll call her and then we'll call the Coast Guard plan. Remember, she is related somehow, I can't figure out, but she is related through marriage to the lieutenant that wrote up the very initial report we've seen. Because remember how Morgan claimed that the picture of the boat stuff was circulating around Snapchat and stuff, even though Christine didn't post it to her Facebook page until the next day. Listen to this.
His mom was, what was he wearing? And so we were trying to remember what color his shorts were. We couldn't quite figure that out.
I said black.
Yeah, I think we said
Because
black.
I really did. He was wearing navy blue shorts.
Yeah, it was like dark blue shorts.
Dark. I just said black because I was trying to piece everything together and help out.
And so at this point, we're freaking out. We don't know where our friend's at. And the girl that took the picture, she was like, okay, well, I just took this picture of today. This is what color swim trunks he was wearing. And his mom asked for that to post on Facebook to say, if you've seen him, whatever, this is what he was wearing.
So remember, the girl who took the picture with the digital camera was on Wyatt's boat at the beginning of the day and then was there with them at night when they were having this discussion. So she had to have been there at the beginning and at the party at the very least. Then we remembered that the original shorts picture, well, that wasn't the color of his shorts, as we now know. So we also know for a fact that this picture did not get sent to Christine until July 5th, meaning that they had to have had that picture and then not sent it to her for hours. Because they also said this.
And so that's what we sent to her, or that's what she sent to her, because we're just trying.
So they corrected themselves. He said, we sent it. No, she sent it. And on July 5th, Christine said that they...
Oh, man.
Or that's what she sent to her, because we're just trying.
So they corrected themselves. He said, we sent it. No, she sent it. And on July 5th, Christine said that they have been up for almost 48 hours straight. And then the very next post above it are the same pictures, but better quality. Why did it take so long to get these pictures to them? Oh, and y'all, now that I said that, I realize, so all of these pictures had to come from the same digital camera, right? Meaning this picture did as well. And since I've already proven that this picture had used AI to do something weird because, you know, there was no little bar here, only explanation for using AI on just this little part would be to obscure the reflection that was in this poll of the person who was taking the video. Or the pictures. Oh my God, yes. That makes sense. Love it when I figure that stuff out in real time for you on camera. So it makes sense to me that this photo video thing was altered to cover up this girl's swimsuit. Because let's face it, this swimsuit is the ugliest thing. It has like supposedly like sleeves and it's a tankini, but it goes like in a weird cut, but it's ugly. It's ugly and it's clearly not what these debutante beauty queen girls are wearing to a 4th of July beach party. So I'm like 70% sure that this is Ava. Oh wait, oh my God. Wait a second. Shown y'all guys before that there's 4 boats out here in this little cluster, right? But I'm looking at these weird pink lumps and stuff at the front of the boat, Bart's boat here. Is that a pile of life vests? Because I'm realizing there's not 20, 30 people on all of these boats. Like I'm seeing 10, 12 people here tops. Let's not forget what a full house looks like on these boats. Because even in this video at the meetup place, there's not 20, 30 people getting ready to get on these boats. I mean, the boat left at 9:56 according to the GPS. We got like 7, 8 people here, like 6 people here. And also, if they were legitimately needing to be towed and they were trying to get the water to run off, why are they all spread out on the boat? Why are they on the boat in general? Why didn't they just get off on land or get on another boat? Trying to get the boat to tip up and go planing, why do you have over half the boat on the front of the boat? These are experienced fucking fishermen. They know better than that. Yeah, I can't believe I've never thought of that before. If the boat was sinking, why are they even on the fucking boat? Yeah, and if it was so common and so easy to get, you know, rides back with other people, you know, strangers on Horn Island, why did they need to load everybody on the boat? Or were they...
Everybody's tight knit. He said, Nolan, get on the boat. We're sinking, which don't make no damn sense for Nolan to get on the boat while it's sinking. Bruh, the story got so many holes in it, bruh.
Yelling at Nolan to get on the boat. They didn't need to get him on the boat. And now that I'm looking at this, doesn't it look like Warren is on the phone? Could this have been when he was calling his mom 8 times? Also, one more thing that stuck out to me.
We called law enforcement. I was with Wyatt at the time after we left Jackson's house that night. I was with Wyatt and one person we were with saw that their location was headed towards Wyatt's house. And so Wyatt got on the phone with 911 and was like, hey, these people are on the way to my house or already at my house. My mom and my dad are there alone and they know nothing about this.
He stumbled over his words from beginning to end in that story, so I don't believe any of it. But the one thing that sticks out to me was the phrasing, they don't know anything about this. If people are heading over to your house, why wouldn't you call your mom and dad before you called 911? Because it sounded like he was trying to keep his parents out of the loop of this story, which as a teenage boy implies that you have something to hide. Just a lot of different things to think about, right?
Facts. It is a lot to think about, especially when she putting in the work that she putting in. I know it could get exhausting, so she is granted a break. For her to be receiving downloads while she's recording, I'm telling you, the most high, Bruh, this whole earth is just a chessboard for the Most High. He used whoever he want to use to bring the truth to light. He used whatever. I read a comment that says, wow, the Most High is incredible. He's using one of their own to expose them. That's how he worked. Bruh, Javon entered the chat and said, y'all lying, bruh. Stop lying on my name, bruh.
Jax, Javon sure came for you in the comment section, didn't he?
5 other people that also left their phones on the boat, and we had to wait at the boat launch for them to.
I was never on that boat, dude. Like, y'all stop, bro. It's sick. I'm not gonna lie. My phone was only placed on that boat. I literally rode with parents and friends.
To come and pick them up, including Javon. I mean, Javon left his phone on our boat.
That man said, stop lying. You're doing too much. And I think that is the problem. This is why y'all keep doing these interviews, and it's not helping any of you guys. Y'all lies are catching up with you. And this is the funny part. And I'm gonna keep bringing this up because I loved how you paint the narrative that because Miss Christine posted the picture of what Nolan had on that day and you guys were included, you guys made yourself relevant. Because at per the CETO call, we were only interested or paying attention to several other people, but you continuously, even in this video, are making yourself relevant. But I guess y'all thought Javon was scared or nervous or he wasn't afraid to speak, but eventually everyone else would get like that. They'll start being honest about what really happened. I love how Javon is coming for y'all because y'all not about to play with Javon, he said, okay?
This is a Triton boat layout right here, y'all. Remember what J. Megan had posted previously explaining how deep the boat is and the compartments that it have. And she said it holds fish, but guess what else it can hold, y'all? Watch this. Look how deep that is. Look at that. So it's showing the compartments that it have. It's playing music, so I can't play the audio. But that is interesting. So Nolan Wells' mom, Christine Wansley, has his phone. So the thing is that they don't trust Mississippi at all. So what they're going to allow them to do is they both get their forensics to come together to examine Nolan Wells' phone. This is the buildup. Y'all check it out.
Has the DA said anything, given any guidance on a joint investigation of the cell phone?
Just to clarify, what the agreement was that the DA's office, and this is the Jackson County DA's office, as well as our forensic team, and possibly the FBI, were going to together download and examine the phone. So it's done one time with everybody together, right? This is very common in the law. I mean, what you all may be more used to is when there's a terrible car accident and then there's an examination of that car and everybody comes together one time. They don't move that car around and everybody does their own thing. This is what is supposed to happen. We are waiting for the DA to determine the time, the place, the date. Let us know, and we are going to be there with our forensics team and anybody else, but it's done one time, one examination.
So Christine Wansley is like, hell no, I'm not giving y'all forensics teams the phone. Y'all do whatever y'all want to do with the damn phone, and next thing you know, I don't get no justice for my son. So we're going to come together and look at his phone together. But in the latest news, what I've been hearing is, check this out, y'all.
We have a new update regarding Nolan Wells, and I'm going to say it. It is a bombshell piece of information regarding the Nolan Wells investigation. Over the last couple of days, you've heard me say that the family is waiting for the district attorney to get in touch with them to schedule that joint investigation and cell phone extraction. We just found out on August 13th, which was literally just 2 days ago, that said district attorney Mickelrath of the Jackson County, Mississippi, decided to send another letter to the family stating, you have 48 hours to drop off the cell phone. I'm sorry, is that the same thing as a joint investigation?
So they agreed to do a joint investigation. They're waiting on the DA to agree what date, what time are we going to come together and examine Nolan Wells' phone. Everybody on Nolan Wells' side is trying to play nice. Now, they turn around, don't give any response. And when they do give a response, they say you have 48 hours to give us Nolan Wells' phone. They're trying to bully Nolan Wells' parents into giving the phone. I don't give a damn. Miss Christine, Elmore, if y'all see this video, do not give up that phone. Please do not give up that phone. Let's continue.
Words are, you have 48 hours to drop off the cell phone, or you have 48 hours to, possess the cell phone for us. Is that the same thing as saying we're going to have a joint investigation? Don't you worry, I'm going to show you the letter right now. Here is the actual letter sent from A.R. Smith, the same attorney that sent out the letter on August 11th. I want to point your attention to right here. To date, Nolan's parents remain willing to facilitate an appropriate forensic examination of Nolan Wells' phone, including FBI involvement, according to our agreement on July 15th. However, your letter sent to Eric Hertz on August 12th at 12:51 p.m. set a deadline for Wednesday to deliver the phone to your office by August 14th at 9 a.m. This is not practical for a number of reasons. Now, that's a 2-page letter. I just showed you one of the excerpts. But the reason why it's not practical is 2 big reasons. And again, this is in that actual letter if you guys want to look it up. The first reason was that you agreed that there would be a joint investigation into the cell phone extraction investigation. But you're saying you need to drop the phone off at the office on August 14th at 9 a.m. That doesn't strike me as a joint investigation. That strikes me as, give us the phone, we'll go through it, and then we'll get back to you later. The second reason why it's impractical is because at the time, the Wells family was actually nowhere near Mississippi or nowhere near an area where they could actually drop it off and be compliant with that deadline. So those are the 2 main reasons why. Now, again, you guys can read the letter yourself. But this now makes sense. This is why the family is so concerned, and this is why the family is so upset. Because the DA now is essentially going back on what they said, saying, we want you to drop off the phone on August 14th, when on July 15th, they said, we will do a joint investigation together. This is why the Wells family is so frustrated with this investigation. And this is why they're trying to get the Department of Justice involved. This is why all the leadership are getting involved in this, is because the family was under the expectation that the district attorney in Jackson County, Mississippi, was going to do a joint investigation based on the July 15th meeting.
All they doing is just proving how much of the damn devil they are. And the more they show that how much of the damn devil they are, the more of our people are going to wake up. Because you still have a lot of people that's in the dark. They don't know anything about the Nolan Wells case. But when they examine it with fresh eyes and ears, they're going to know this is not good right here. You mean to tell me you're going to try to bully this lady into turning over Nolan Wells' phone after she just lost her son? And you already still have his organs and throat? Y'all get in the comment section. Y'all let me know. It shows me that they know what the hell is going on. And everybody sees that you're trying to cover it up. But don't worry. Remember, we got God on our side. And it might seem like they winning here and there, but at the end, we are going to win. Trust me. Big Kish signing out. I'm going, y'all.